All right, everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. And today we are heading over to Turkey to take a look at Marmara University.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and specifically, we're going to be looking at their kind of AI policy document that they've put out recently.
Interesting.
So we're going to be pulling excerpts from that
Okay.
and kind of getting into the nitty-gritty of, like what they're thinking about how they're going to implement
Yeah.
AI in their, the university sphere.
Yeah, I like it.
And so kind of put yourself in the shoes of if you are a student or professor at this university, how would this impact your daily life?
Right.
And one of the things that jumps out right away is this idea, and it's something that we hear all the time, but this idea of human-centered AI, making sure that AI is
Right.
ethical and reliable and all that jazz.
Well, and they really seem to emphasize it in this document.
Yeah.
It's not just like a passing mention. They really are saying this is like a core value that's driving their entire AI strategy.
Yeah, I mean, and I love that they even use the word like conscious when they talk about AI usage.
Oh, interesting.
So it's not just about the algorithm doing its thing.
Yeah.
It's about us being mindful of how we use AI and the impact it has.
I think that's a really important point because, there's this tendency to think of AI as this separate thing, it's out there, it's doing its own thing, but it's really not. It's a product of human decisions and human design.
Totally.
So I think that emphasis on conscious AI use is really about acknowledging that human responsibility.
Right. Yeah, and I think it also speaks to this idea that they're not afraid of AI. They're not trying to shut it down or anything.
Right.
It's more about okay, how can we use this powerful tool for good in a way that benefits everyone?
Yeah. And speaking of benefiting everyone, they also talk a lot about accessibility and transparency.
Yes.
Which I think is huge.
It's huge.
Because, we don't want to create a situation where only a select few have access to AI technology or understand how it works.
Right. And I think the transparency piece is so important, too, because it's no more black boxes.
Exactly.
We want to be able to understand how AI is making decisions.
Especially when you think about how AI is being used to make decisions that have real consequences for people's lives, like loan applications, healthcare.
Absolutely.
All sorts of things. So transparency is crucial for building trust.
Right. And, it's one thing to have these kind of high-level principles in a document, but how are they actually going to make sure that this stuff is happening?
Well, that's where this AI committee comes in.
Yeah.
That they're setting up, which I think is a really smart move.
Tell me more.
So it sounds like they're bringing together experts from a variety of fields, not just tech people, but also people from ethics law, social sciences, to provide a really comprehensive perspective on AI and its implications.
So they're not messing around. They're really?
No, they're taking it seriously.
They're taking this seriously.
Yeah, and this committee has a pretty broad mandate.
Yeah.
They're going to be overseeing AI projects, ensuring ethical guidelines are followed, and even publishing yearly reports on the university's AI activities.
Wow, that's a lot of responsibility.
It is, but I think it's really encouraging to see that level of commitment.
Absolutely.
And it's not just about oversight. They're also integrating AI into the education process itself.
Right. Yeah. What does that look like?
Well, they're talking about developing AI-powered courses.
Okay.
Creating guides for professors who want to incorporate AI into their teaching.
Interesting.
And even providing AI literacy training for all students.
AI literacy training.
Yeah. I know it's kind of a buzzword these days, but I think it's really important.
Yeah, I mean, what does that even mean?
Well, I imagine it would involve teaching students about the basics of AI, how it works, its potential benefits and risks, and also the ethical considerations.
Right.
So it's not just about teaching them how to code.
Yeah.
It's about helping them become informed and responsible users of AI.
It's like giving them the tools to be critical thinkers in the age of AI.
Exactly.
And it sounds like Marmara's not stopping there. They're also going big on AI research.
Oh, yeah. They're really making it a priority.
Okay.
They're setting up dedicated AI research labs, developing policies for publishing AI-related research, and really emphasizing data security.
So it's they're creating this whole ecosystem where AI can flourish.
Absolutely. And I think that's going to be really exciting to see what kind of breakthroughs come out of that.
Just imagine the possibilities.
I know. It's mind-boggling.
Right. And they're not just keeping all this amazingness to themselves.
No, they're also really keen on collaborating with industry partners.
That makes sense, right?
It does. It's a win win-win situation.
Yeah.
Students get real-world experience working on cutting-edge AI projects.
Companies get access to the latest research and a pool of talented potential recruits.
And it keeps the university connected to the, practical needs of the industry.
Exactly.
So they're not just like, stuck in an ivory tower.
Right.
They're actually out there in the real world.
Making a difference.
Making things happen.
And to top it all off, they're making sure all of this aligns with both Turkish national AI strategies and European Union regulations.
So they're thinking big picture.
Yeah, they're not just focused on their own little bubble.
Yeah.
They're thinking about how they fit into the larger landscape of AI development.
And that's huge because it shows they're really committed to responsible AI development.
Absolutely.
Not just like jumping on the latest trend, but really thinking about the long-term implications.
It's like they're saying, we want to be leaders in this field.
Yeah.
But we want to do it the right way.
It's really impressive to see an institution taking such a comprehensive and thoughtful approach.
I agree.
To AI. So what do you think are some of the most exciting possibilities that might come out of this policy?
Oh, man. I mean, like you said, the research potential is just huge.
Yeah.
Like imagine, breakthroughs in medicine, in engineering.
And who knows, maybe even new art forms.
Right.
Enabled by AI.
Like, who knows where this could lead?
But of course, with any new technology, there are also potential challenges.
Right. Are there any that you're particularly concerned about?
Well, one thing that comes to mind is the issue of bias.
Mm-hmm.
We know that AI systems can sometimes perpetuate and even amplify existing societal biases.
Right.
So it's going to be crucial for Marmara to address that proactively.
Yeah, like how do they make sure that the AI they're developing and using is fair and equitable?
Exactly. And that's something that's going to require ongoing attention and vigilance.
For sure.
It's not a one-time fix.
Yeah, it's an ongoing process.
And another challenge is going to be staying ahead of the curve.
Oh, yeah.
AI is a rapidly evolving field. So Marmara is going to need to be constantly learning and adapting.
So it's like a never-ending journey.
Exactly.
But it's an exciting one.
It definitely is. And I think Marmara is off to a great start.
Yeah. I mean, it's really inspiring to see a university taking such a bold stance.
Yeah.
So what do you think our listeners, if you were a student or a professor at Marmara, how do you think this AI policy would impact your life?
Yeah. What are your hopes or concerns?
Hit us up on social media. Let us know what you think.
We'd love to hear from you.
And until next time, keep on learning and exploring the world of AI.
Is there?
Bye.